Let's take a short walk through my front yard. See, if you take a look around, you might, as a person walking by, consider my yard to be yuck, you know. But another person might come along and notice little things. For example, down here, nothing is growing, or so it would appear. All these pine cones laying on the ground. There's a weed over here. Everything appears to be dead. But if you look closer, this pine cone came from this tree. This tree grows real tall. It reaches for the sun to allow itself to grow. Below the ground, there's all these roots. And as the tree grows, it drops these cones for the future growth of another tree. Drops all its old, worn out pine needles. And the pine needles have a task. They rot, they go into the ground, they turn into soil, and they provide the nutrition to the tree that grows. This one's about 75, 80 to 100 feet tall. It takes years for it to grow, and it drops these pine cones, and they appear to be dead. But within these pine cones, as they start to rot, they drop the seeds on the ground. Your business is about the same. You do the same thing with social networks, and you wind up with a little tree like this. Give it time to grow, spread its roots, drop its pine needles, and eventually you have another tree. One that's slightly older than the one tree that was allowed to grow in its own time. In time, you start to get a forest, and you start to see new growth, different types of trees, different types of plants, more pine cones to grow another tree and another tree, and eventually you wind up with a tree that's 100 feet tall that lasts for years and continues to drop all that life-giving nutrition down below so that it'll continue in through the roots, into the body, into the branches to spread more seeds. Just continues an endless cycle. You plant one seed and you get this, and then you get that, and eventually you have this. You may wind up with something like this, which creates a new growth, a different type of growth. All the stuff that you do, it's all related to one end goal: life. Life. This stump of a tree that didn't make it had to be cut down to prevent damage around, but it was used for other things like compost, a campfire, to create a social atmosphere that other people were more interested in. But you plant your seeds. Plant your seeds. And you allow things to go on their own. It's fantastic when you think about it. Everything we do improves the life of others or creates growth. Different types of growth. Social networks, classified ads. Those are the seeds you plant by spreading your word, spreading your seeds, fertilizing, allowing the growth to create your tree. Spread your roots, drop your seeds again, and eventually you have this whole different view. No matter how hard it may seem, that's all it is. Growing your own garden. It's amazing to watch this stuff grow. Take the time, plant your seeds. Watch your garden grow. Watch the life that you give to your own organization. Have a great day.